Today's show is pre-recorded.
Y'all know what time it is. Y'all don't know, y'all better ask somebody. Hat on, suit on, looking like a dapper dog, giving them microphone, dressed like $1 million bucks, diamond things in its cuffs. Y'all tell me who could it be but Steve Harvey? Everybody out there listening to me, put your hands together for Steve Harvey. Put your hands together. Why don't you join me? Steve Harvey, get them on, y'all. Better give me some eggs while I listen to Steve Harvey. Come on, join in with me. If you're with me, help me say, turn your radio on. You gotta turn it on, yeah, turn it on. Steve Harvey in the morning, y'all. So y'all can hear me on. Turn it up. Steve Harvey in the morning, y'all. Yeah. Turn your radio on. You gotta turn your radio on. Turn your radio on. You gotta turn them on. Turn them up, got to turn them up. Steve Harvey got to turn them out. Got to turn them up. Steve Harvey turn them on to the morning, y'all. Come on, Steve. Come on. Do your thing, Big Daddy.
I sure will. Good morning, everybody. You're listening to The Voice. Come on, dig me now. One and only Steve Harvey got a radio show. Okay, here we go. Today, folks, this is a good one because today I want to share with you something that affects every living soul. And that one thing is your attitude. This affects everyone. It is your attitude. You know, I don't know if anyone's ever told you, but I mean, many of you who listen know this, but there are a lot of people who don't understand. A positive attitude can bring about a change. A positive attitude can bring about a change. Well, now here we go with the naysayers. Well, Steve, what you mean if I'm just positive being changed? My mama gone. What me being positive got to do with that? Okay, now listen to me carefully. A positive attitude can bring about change. Well, okay, Steve, I hear you saying that, but they done fired me. So now what does my having a positive attitude have to do with the fact that they fired me? Well, one more time. A positive attitude can bring about change. Well, Steve, I sat up in here and gave 8, 9, 12 years of my life to this man, and he cheated on me and walked out. Now, what does me being positive have to do with him cheating on me? How that's going to change that? Okay, here we go again. A positive attitude can bring about change. Now, listen to the whole thing now. The positive attitude and the change that can happen starts, this is the start, it starts within you. See, life is 10% what happens, is 90% what you do about what happens. Okay, you gave 12 years of your life to this man. He cheated and left you holding the bag, the kids and everything. Now, what does being positive have to do with changing that? Or they came in and they fired you, you lost your job that you was a stellar performer at, but now how does you having a positive attitude, how does that change things for you? So far, we can use any example. Here's what happens. When you have a positive attitude, what it produces within you is a positive approach to life. And when you have a positive attitude and a positive approach to life, it causes you to be optimistic, to have a positive outlook, to expect things to eventually turn around and turn into a positive. That's very important because as the law of attraction comes into play, if you think positive thoughts, you attract positive things. If you think evil thoughts, you attract evil to you. You know, if you want for nothing, then nothing comes your way. If you want for positive attitude, if you want for positive results, if you want for a great outcome, that's what you attract to you. The change will begin within you. So let's take the man that walked out your life and left you holding the bag. Here's a positive attitude. Okay, two things have happened that's positive here. Number one, you've ridded yourself of someone who is obviously going to be, if not already, been toxic in your life. Caused you many restless nights, a lot of uncomfortable feelings and uneasiness, not sure, insecurity. You've been going through it with this person, whoever they are. Number one, that person has been released from your life. Number two, it allows you now to have the someone who will treat you just the way you want to be treated. That's the positive outlook. That's the optimistic way. That's when you're a positive person, you see the positive in things that happen to you instead of burying yourself under the what's wrong with it, or oh, woe is me now concept. See, a positive attitude, when they came in there and they fired you and let you go, could this not have been just the opening you needed to finally start on a new career path that you've been talking about doing anyway? Could it possibly be a brand new chance for you to get the dream job or dream career of your choice? Could it not possibly be the perfect opportunity now for you to finally do something about that gift, about that talent that God gave you, that thing that you love to do? Could it not be the perfect time for you to pursue that? But if you don't have a positive attitude, then you lay there. Oh, they finna come get my house. Oh, what I'm gonna do now? Oh, this unemployment ain't enough. Oh, Lord, when this unemployment run out, what am I gonna do then? I won't have nothing. And you, oh, woe is me, until you become, oh, woe is me. But if you take it from the positive approach, some amazing things can happen in your life. I would tell you on a personal note that some of the best changes, some of the biggest moments in my life came after a loss. So I don't want to go down the list, but boy, I could tell you, let me tell you something. When they didn't want me on the radio anymore in LA, when they was sick of the way I did radio out there, and they wanted me gone. And on May 23rd, 2005, when my deal was done with the Beat out in LA, okay, look what happened though. Yeah, I was gone in May, but in September 19th, I started the Steve Harvey radio network with 4 cities. You see, but I didn't go, oh, woe is me. I said, oh, okay, God must have something else for me then. Because if he didn't remove me from this, there must be something else. Same thing can happen when you lose and you break up in a relationship. Same thing can happen to you. You never know the one God got for you. Now here you go. Here you go again. Now you get put into a situation where somebody treats you just the way you want to be treated, provide you with a whole lot of aspects of your life you knew nothing about prior to that. But you got to stay positive. If you stay positive, that positive attitude, that optimistic outlook, that always thinking, God got me no matter what happened to me. Some amazing things will happen in your life. It's a fact. I don't know how it works that way. I just know that's what it is. Positive attitude is everything, y'all. So get off the old woe is me negativity train, because it ain't going to take you nowhere but down. And get your outlook up. If you change your attitude, you change your altitude. Altitude is determined by your attitude. How high you go, how big you become, how far you go. It all depends on how you think. It all depends on what type of attitude you got. Ain't no very, very successful super negative people. It just doesn't coincide that way. If you see that, something happened to them along the way, and don't worry, you ain't got to worry about it because you ain't going to see them long, because you can't stay up there like that. It's just too hard. All right? That's the conversation.
You're listening to the Steve Harvey Morning Show.
Ladies and gentlemen, may I have your undivided attention, please? This is the home of the Steve Harvey Morning Show. What you have tuned in to is the greatest morning show on planet Earth. I kid you not. We are about to prove it as of right now. Ladies and gentlemen, the starring cast, Shirley Strawberry.
No lies told, Steve. No lies told. Good morning to you.
Carla Farrell.
Here for it. Good morning, crew. All of it.
The ever-present Kill Jr. Spates.
Morning, everybody. Morning, Unc. Here for it, too, Carla.
Okay.
The every now and then J. Anthony Brown.
President accounted for, baby. What's up?
The king of pranks, Nephew Tommy.
Yes, sir. In the building bright and early this Monday morning.
The sun is shining.
How many more Mondays?
J.
There's
Anthony Brown.
plenty of light.
Coming to work when you feel
Bold.
like
A
it.
new day is dawning, sunny and bright.
Bold.
Not a sad word should a young heart be saying, yeah.
Bold.
Okay.
9 more days, baby. We
Cleveland's
be at
in the playoffs.
Cleveland's in the playoffs.
Whoa, Cleveland's in the playoffs. Oh, bye, 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 to the Pittsburgh Steelers. Oh. Good morning, everybody. That's all. I'm not going to mention it anymore today because we're going to Kansas City, so I got to just enjoy this before we get there. That's all I'm going to say. I'm just going to enjoy this before we get there. Because I don't know if God going to give us 2 miracles in a row. So I'm just going, what's up, everybody?
You can do it.
Yes, he can. If anybody can,
Do
he
it.
can.
That's right. That's right.
I ain't never wanted to see a coach. You know, I want him to get out of this COVID thing, but, you know.
He's not going to let him come
God
back.
is a
Coach, I going
football
to keep the
fan.
special teams
Yes, he
coach.
is.
You don't need him. You don't need him in Kansas City.
We'll be all right.
We'll be
Ain't no
Keep
need
it
to
like
change.
it
Yeah, how y'all doing, man? Everybody good?
Good.
Everybody doing good.
Good weekend.
Highly favored. You know what, man? This has been a heck of a week, man. As
Oh, yeah.
tragic of event that occurred with
Last
the
week?
Capitol. Yeah.
Yeah, last
I'm grateful that America got to see what we've all been knowing.
Yeah.
And it pulled back. It's sometimes you have to pull back the scab to get real healing.
Yeah.
And I think, man, what has been happening is sad. Now, I do not agree. I hate that people lost their lives. I'm not for that at all in any way. But, man, the reaction to a lot of people has been very motivating. And then the reaction to some people have been, again, shocking. Because some people just don't get it, man. But I do appreciate the Americans who do get it. I appreciate the people who are standing up for the right side of it.
That's right, Steve. Coming up at 32 minutes after the hour, Ask the CLO right after this.
You're listening to the Steve Harvey Morning Show.
Coming up at the top of the hour in trending national news, more arrests over the weekend and federal charges were filed against the domestic terrorists who attacked the Capitol last Wednesday. Plus, we're going to talk about how Twitter and other social media platforms have suspended President Trump's account indefinitely. Thank the Lord. I think everyone is saying to that. Yeah, come on.
But there are a lot of people mad about that.
I know.
That's
They
his
are.
freedom of speech. Well,
Yeah.
he didn't had enough freedom.
Yeah.
Yeah. Let's pull some of this
For
back,
4 years,
shall we?
he's had that.
You
Yeah.
got
Yeah.
freedom of speech. You just can't say it on Twitter. Nobody's
Yeah.
Right. He could
Right,
hold
Jay.
press conferences like normal presidents. He could hold press conferences and get it off his chest. But anyway, he's suspended now indefinitely. And right now it is time to help some of our listeners, Steve, with Ask the CLO. Are you
I'll
ready,
try.
sir?
Absolutely.
All right, here we go. This one is from Danielle In Ohio, Danielle says, I've been with my boyfriend for 5 years, and he cheated on me in October. I met the girl, and she didn't know he had a girlfriend, and she said they never had sex, and she would stop seeing him. He begged me to forgive him, and I did. Then this girl posted a picture of Air Jordans that she got for Christmas with the caption, "We matchin' now." My boyfriend had those same shoes. He said it's a popular style, and he swore he hadn't even seen her. I hate to call her again, but I need to know, what should I do?
Well, you know, I don't know how to answer this, honestly, because the girl told you they never had sex. I don't know what's happening here. You know, he was seeing her, talking to her. That's a fact. And, you know, she got some shoes. Everybody got Nikes.
Well, that's what he said, Steve, the boyfriend.
And I want to ride
style.
with him on that because everybody do have Nikes. I have some Nikes myself.
Some Jordans. Some Jordans.
Well, I ain't got no Jordans, but ain't no girl gave them to me, though.
Who has a side piece they
I
don't
don't
sleep
believe
with?
him.
Where do you do that at? When that happens?
Wait, what, Jay?
That's the whole point, huh, Jay?
Who the hell got a side piece you don't sleep with? What?
Yeah, that's alarming.
Meaningless?
Yeah. All right, Irene in Montgomery, Alabama. Did we help her? I don't know if you helped
Well,
her.
I don't
Yeah.
I don't know what it is. I don't think I would call the girl again.
No.
Because she's not your problem.
Yeah, it's him. He's
Right.
It's him.
I don't-
If there is
I
a
don't
problem,
believe
it's him. So I think involving her is not good.
Right.
You know.
Yeah. All right. There you go. Irene in Montgomery, Alabama says, I'm a 61-year-old woman and I just got out of a long-term relationship because he wouldn't marry me. He got all of the perks of having a wife without having to get married. So I'm doing things differently with my new boyfriend that I've been with for 8 months. We haven't had sex at all, and he's getting antsy. He wants to take our relationship to the next level, which means sex. To me, it means marriage. Should I give in or not?
What?
Well, I mean, you know,
Nobody doing it
look.
with you at 60.
I don't know how to answer this one because you way past the 90-day rule that I came up with. I never said no sex. I gave the 90-day rule. I don't want to be hypocritical and say no sex because but you have every right to do it the way you want to do it.
Do she want marriage before that? I mean, she ready to...
I think that's
She
what
wants
she's
marriage.
saying.
Yeah.
She wants marriage, but I think you should. You've been with him 8 months. 8 months. How's it going? What's your heart telling you? I mean, you got to go with it. But you know, if you feel that strongly about it, you should stick to your convictions. You know.
She's asking, should she give in to the sex part or not?
You know, I would sure would be
y'all
pressing
both
real hard by now. I
Well,
would be.
he is.
You be in a full court press with me. I'll admit that. You know, I'll try to help you hold to your convictions, but I ain't that convicted myself. So
We doing it before we get married. I'm telling you that. Right
yeah, I'm gonna.
If y'all both old, y'all press for time. Both of y'all. If
Yeah,
y'all
I
press
agree
She's
with that.
61.
both of y'all.
Yeah, that's a lot. That's laid up in there. You've done the 90 days. That's all I have for anybody, just not to be hypocritical. That's all I offer. Now, as a Christian, you may
said
want to
90
take
days
it further,
twice.
but me being an entry-level Christian, 90 days all I got for you.
Entry level?
I know.
Yeah, that's
I know.
all I am. So I
90.
don't really do advanced Christianity. So you can do it, and I highly commend you for it. At 8
They had
months.
240 days now.
Yeah,
At 8 months.
she's way past it. All right, Harlow in D.C. says, I'm in my mid-50s and my wife is 2 years younger than I am. Since she returned to work, she's changed a lot in the way she dresses and in the way she carries herself. She usually wears braids or a ponytail, but lately she's been switching up wigs like I switch my underwear. She also has had increased sex drive and wants to do it as soon as she gets home from work. I'm not in the mood all the time, and I'm starting to think some other man is getting her all riled up before she gets home. What's up with her?
Well, if there's other man getting her all riled up, but you at the house benefiting from it, what you tripping for? Enjoy the benefits. You know, she dressing up. Maybe she discovered herself. You know, women maintain it, you know, for a long time. You know, why are you complaining?
Because
Get
he's not in the
naked,
mood
fool.
all the time.
Well,
Steve,
dog,
he
you know,
says.
your old ass go somewhere. No, what you beat her down for that for? What are you complaining about? But they talking about my name Harlow and I'm 52. I know good and hell well you're 50-something. Name Harlow. Who the hell named Harlow? That's Harlow. Harlow is right next to Harpo. I knew right away you was in your damn 50s. You didn't even have to put your age on there. Harlow, I thought you was 75. Harlow, who the hell named Harlow? Harlow?
They're 2 years apart.
That's a blessing, man. Quit complaining. Enjoy this woman who's beautifying herself and finding ways to look glamorous. What you tripping for? Get your ass some pills, man, and get ready. You ain't got to be in the mood. Get you some testosterone, some Cialis, and they got a nasal spray. Get all that.
Get in there. Yeah.
He must didn't hear the first dude right before him.
Yeah. All right. Thank you, CLO. Coming up next, Reverend Motown Deacon Def Jam are here with church complaints. That's coming up right after this.
You're listening to the Steve Harvey Morning Show.
Coming up at the top of the hour, Miss Ann is standing by with today's national news. More arrests and federal charges for the terrorists in the Capitol attack. Articles of impeachment could be introduced today. Plus, in entertainment news, Twitter shuts down Donald Trump and the Terminator himself, Arnold Schwarzenegger, called Donald a failed leader. Really busy day today. We'll talk about all of these stories. At the top of the hour.
I'll be back.
I'll be back right now. It's Monday. It's Monday. Time to have some fun with church complaints with Reverend Motown Deacon Def Jam. Let's go.
Father. Gavel on this Monday. How on this Monday the congregation has found something to be ungrateful for is beyond me after the wonderful Sunday we just had. But I will partake of it, but know that I will be short and deliberate in dealing with negativity on a day like today. Go ahead, Deacon.
Let's get down to business. The D.C. Police Department are interested in hiring our church ushers to guard the Capitol. They will provide uniforms and white gloves. Are you interested in our ushers going down there to stand guard?
Absolutely not. I have told our usher board, our entire congregation, and the entire Black Church Foundation, this ain't our wall.
That's true.
Let them handle this theyself. All them Confederate flags and Indian outfits and all up in their canned podiums and stealing stuff you can't use and sitting in chairs your ass ain't had no business sitting in and climbing walls and all this here. That ain't it. We ain't lying. None of that is our business. Just sit there. I'm calling it must-see TV.
Amen, Pastor.
Just watch the news, take it all in, and get yourself some popcorn. That's all we do. But our usher board ain't going to. Sister Sylvia has already said she ain't going down there watching a damn thing.
That's what she said.
All right.
Amen.
Go ahead.
All right, Pastor. The brother who was caught inside the Capitol, the one with the red hat on and the yellow shirt, that is actually Deacon Earl's oldest boy, who is a member of our church. Now, he wants to know, would you be interested in hiding him out until the whole thing kind of blow over? He said he will pay for it. He will pay to
blow
be here.
This ain't the first time Earl's boy done been in trouble.
Yeah.
Now, his ass was on probation. I don't know how he got in there in the first place, being on probation. I do believe this will be his third offense.
Are we,
Pastor.
Are we going to hide him or not, Pastor?
He can't hide at this here church.
Okay. I just need answers.
No. We didn't even have to look his ass up on Facebook. He right there. There were two blacks in the building, and he looked, and there was a dark one and a light one. It ain't hard to figure out who they is.
This is true. All right. You're going to have to shut this down, Pastor. The Pigeon Toed Ministry wants to do a praise dance doing virtual service. Now, the problem is they had rehearsal and their feet kept running into each other and they keep falling out. Do you want this to happen or not with the pigeon-toed ministry?
I've told them that the pigeon-toed ministry was going to have to get off the praise dance team. Because every time they do the grapevine, the crossover move, they knock everybody down in the night.
Not a good look.
It's just not a good look for praise dance.
Amen.
All right, we'll shut that
And
down.
we've shut them down and also the Slewfoot ministry. We open up. However one of them loud. Lord,
Stupid.
The church members have decided that we gonna use the leftover champagne from New Year's Eve for communion wine. That should save us some money. Do you have a problem with that?
I do, because it's flat.
That's the only reason.
And that ain't gonna give you that burning sensation of the blood going down that we normally get from Morgan David.
It's Morgan.
And
Okay, so you wanted if it was bubbly, it would be all right. Is that what you're saying?
No, we not doing champagne. We got to make it that's red. It has to be red like the blood. That is the symbolism of communion. So no, we won't be doing any champagne.
All right, this one is for you, Pastor. The Jacksonville Jaguars have the #1 pick in the NFL draft. Seems like they want to pick the police officer that was running up the stairs at the Capitol to be on their team, but he doesn't have any representation, and he's asking if you would represent him as an agent.
I absolutely 100% will.
What? Really?
Oh, absolutely.
Thought you were staying out of it.
The boy, the backpedaling, his hip swivel movement, he'll make a great safety. The way he could turn, bend over, scoop up a football. Looked like he could throw it. He made several throwing motions with that whip. I was very impressed with his athletic skill, running up steps backwards. They're going to put that drill in the combine next year also.
Oh, really?
That's going to be a football drill. We're going to be good right there. We're going to put him on
Amen.
And we're going to trade him to the Washington team, so in case they need him.
Oh, and he right there. Okay,
He'll be there.
He won't even have to move. Huh?
That's a good one there, Pastor. All right, Pastor, last but not least, next week we are switching to drive-up service. The members want to know when they catch the Spirit, is it all right if they do donuts in the parking lot?
No, the way we're doing this service is we're having our service at the bank teller window. You just drive in, when the can come down, you put your money in it and drive off. And then we'll email you the service.
What about the service, Pastor? They driving up to get service, not to leave money.
No. You driving up to drop off your offering with your email address in the offering. And everybody that give will get the service emailed to them.
Later?
That's not what drive-up service is, Pastor. Drive-up service.
Why do you think they call us the jackpot joint of Jerusalem?
I understand why they call it that, Pastor, but you have to give the people something. Music, and then, of course, a sermon. All of that has to be a part of the service.
Well,
so
what we're doing
all the churches are doing it now.
But what we're doing for presents this year is when you make your donation, we give you pictures of the protesters, the terrorists that was climbing the wall. And we have...
Why do they want that? What?
Well, it's quite interesting, some of the antics that they was using.
That ain't service. That ain't got nothing to do with the Lord. What is you talking about?
All right, coming up, entertainment and national news right after
this. That make no sense right there at the end.
So
I mean, not no sense.
So sorry, Deacon.
You're listening to the Steve Harvey Morning Show.
In today's entertainment news, the Terminator and former California Governor Arnold Schwarzenegger had this to say about Donald Trump. Take a listen.
President Trump is a failed leader. He will go down in history as the worst president ever. The good thing is that he soon will be as irrelevant as an old tweet.
Get out. Get out now. Get out now.
Do it. Do it now.
Do it now.
Fair leader. He's a fair leader.
You won't be back.
Wow.
You won't be back.
Tell us how you
And
really
he's a
feel.
Republican. He's a
Yeah.
Arnold is a Republican too. Yeah.
He'll be as irrelevant as an old tweet.
Well, in other entertainment news, as you probably know by now, President Trump has been banned from Twitter permanently. Also, other social media sites that are banning Donnie include Facebook, Instagram, Pinterest, and Snapchat. Also, Apple has threatened to remove Parler. It's a social media app that a lot of extremists use. So they're considering banning him from that as well. So, wow, he'll probably, knowing him, create his own.
I'm sorry
They
that
won't
5
even-
people died.
Yeah.
But what about all the people who died from COVID? And he was saying all that and nothing.
Right.
Nothing.
He's just, wow.
Yeah.
His
He's just
presidency.
heartless, Jay.
Yeah.
But you
his
know what, though? He
presidency
has made
is the
America
worst.
great again, though.
How do you
Huh?
figure that, Tommy?
He lost the presidency. We got control of the Senate. We got control of the House. I think America is great again. Don't you think so?
Greater. Definitely greater.
We got it all back.
Well, we're
I see your
definitely
point. I
better
see
without
what you're
him
saying.
at the helm. That's for sure.
And he's leaving.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And in spite of what he was said, this will be the end of the greatest presidency in the history of our nation. That's a lie too.
Anything. Yeah.
He's the
And
worst.
so, let's just be done with it, man. I'm
Yeah,
not trying to
I
hear
agree
that.
with Arnold. The worst president ever.
Yes.
All right. In other trending news, guys, Amazon founder Jeff Bezos has been toppled from the world's wealthiest pedestal. That title now belongs to Tesla and SpaceX entrepreneur Elon Musk. Yeah.
Okay,
You're
baby.
sad about it? Well,
I bet that hurt.
well, keep
That
listening.
hurt him, huh?
You'll get even sadder. His net worth as of Thursday exceeded $195 billion with a B, or $10 billion more than Bezos. And the 5 richest people on the planet in order are now Musk, Bezos, Bill Gates, French businessman Bernard Arnault, and Facebook's Mark Zuckerberg, who has a measly $102 billion in the bank.
Give me any one of their
Loser.
bank accounts. I'm cool with it.
Oh, they got some paper.
Any one of them, I'll take it.
And dog, that's they talk about it in the world, but that is so not true. That is so not
What
true.
do you mean, Steve?
The people in the Middle East, man,
Oh, with the oil money?
they just don't report it. Them dudes, that's not they won't make the top 10 over there.
So this is what they know. They're counting the money that's been reported on the billions.
The richest people in the world will not tell you that.
Wow.
They have that other kind of money, man. And I kid you not. I kid you not. Now, I would love to be any one of them names
Yeah.
in terms of money. I wouldn't want to be them, but I'll take the money.
Yeah.
Would you be doing the show?
Oh, hell.
What, Jay?
Well, I would. Well,
He said that for kicks and
for
giggles,
2 days,
right?
I would, Jay. For 2 days.
All right, Steve. Let's move on. Time for the headlines.
Ladies and gentlemen, Miss Ann Tripp.
Thank you, everybody. This is Ann Tripp with the news. Let's start now with the serious. House Speaker Nancy Pelosi says that if Vice President Pence doesn't invoke the 25th Amendment to remove Donald Trump from office immediately, that she will initiate impeachment procedures today, calling Trump deranged, unhinged, and dangerous. D.C. Delegate Eleanor Holmes Norton says, though an official censure, she said, could be better. Security now reportedly being tightened for members of the Congress in and out of Washington in the wake of the riot. According to NBC, at least 3 lawmakers were harassed at D.C. airports for not supporting the effort to overturn election results. So now the Washington Metropolitan Airports Authority and U.S. Marshals are asking members of Congress to submit their travel plans if they're coming in and out of the D.C. area. President-elect Biden, meanwhile, says he wants the search and arrest of those involved in last week's deadly assault in the nation's capital continue. And he also says somebody has to also address the obvious.
No one can tell me that if had been a group of Black Lives Matter protesting, they wouldn't have been treated very, very differently than the mob of thugs that stormed the Capitol. We all know that's true. And it is unacceptable. Totally unacceptable.
And now the U.S. government's preparing for a massive number of prosecutions and for a wide array of potential crimes. U.S. Attorney for the District of Columbia is Michael Sherwin.
We're looking at everything from destruction of property to theft of property to unauthorized, access to restricted areas, to potential theft of national security information, to potential murder.
A local policeman died after being whacked in the head with a fire extinguisher as he tried to control the rowdy pro-Trumpers. And the U.S. attorney tells NPR that there could be hundreds of people charged in connection with this one incident before it's all over. President Trump, by the way, his Twitter account has been permanently suspended. Facebook says it too has temporarily banned Trump from the situation that could last indefinitely. Amazon has joined Apple and Google in cutting access to that Parler social media platform. That's the one used by right-wing racists and Trump supporters, or some people say Trump worshipers. Parler's accused of not keeping violent threats from circulating on that site. So it's out there, but you can't get to it. California continues to rack up the largest number of COVID infections in the nation. Texas is coming in number 2 in coronavirus infections. In fact, the number of COVID patients in hospitals in the Lone Star State remains at an all-time high, breaking records every day. Rapper Nicki Minaj has agreed to pay singer-songwriter Tracy Chapman just shy of $500,000 for using one of Chapman's songs without her permission. Here's Chapman's and then Nicki's.
Sorry. All that you can say. Sorry.
Same melody, same lyrics. Now back to the Steve Harvey Morning Show.
You're listening to the Steve Harvey Morning Show.
All right, everybody, we're back. It is now time, regretfully, to an inside look at a very, very demented mind of a person that I'm responsible for putting on this show. All apologies up front. I'm sorry.
What'd you say, Jay?
Man. I've made a lot of mistakes in my career. I'm so sick of making mistakes. I'm trying to figure out how old I got to be before I quit making mistakes. Ladies and gentlemen, J. Anthony Brown.
It's just a nice, happy song. Now, but I assure you, come the weekend, I'm going in, okay?
Okay.
But today is Monday.
Be ready for it.
Okay.
Yeah, you're going to lose some friends on the weekend, but right now, this is just happy, okay?
Okay.
Here we go. Hit it. 2021, baby. I love this song. Couldn't get any kids because you got to pay them. Little rascals want money. Sing it, me.
The vaccine's ready, so have no fear.
The vaccine's ready.
Don't be worried about what you hear.
Don't worry about it.
If you want to be here other years, hey, gonna have a good year.
Gonna have a good year.
And I'm so glad 21 is here.
21 is
Gonna
here.
smoke a blunt and have a
Smoke a blunt.
Hey, Donald Trump, you know the end is
The end is near, Trump. Feeling good, had a rash, it's gone. It'll stay away if I keep putting salve on. Stimulus check, been waiting so long. Need to get here soon so I can keep my lights on. I know my kids didn't jump for joy. I was broke last year, they only got one toy. Man cave used to be my garage, but my mom moved in, I'm smoking in the backyard. Gonna be a good year for me. It ain't gonna be a good one for Trump. He all on the phone breaking rules. Hello? This is illegal calling. Hello? It's me. Something that might get me locked up. Did you hear? He just don't give a damn. You know what? I wouldn't want to leave the White House either if I had a powerful black sister in charge named Letitia James waiting on my ass. Like the rifleman used to call people, come on out, Trump. Come on outside, Trump.
Fire, Jay. That's fire.
Stupid boy.
Yeah, something at the White House.
And you were the little kids.
Ain't gonna be a good year for Trump.
Yeah, well, kids want money. You couldn't. I had to do
I
it
like
myself. And children want money.
We were going to use little kids, but you had to pay them.
Right, the setup of that.
This dude is so trifling.
All right, coming up, 34 minutes after the hour, we'll talk more political stuff right after this.
You're listening to the Steve Harvey Morning Show.
In trending political news, House Majority Whip Jim Clyburn from South Carolina said the domestic terrorist found his unmarked office during last week's attack. That led him to believe the attack was an inside job. Congressman Clyburn spoke to CNN's Jake Tapper, and he suggests that untoward police actions. Take a listen.
I have an unmarked office that you got to know exactly where it is. It's where I spend most of my time doing my work as the majority whip. I have a staff. We work pretty hard trying to keep up with the members, trying to make sure we do an effective job of managing the votes once they get to the floor. And that office is where I do most of my work. And for some reason, these people showed up at that office. But the office where my name is above the door or on the door and my position above the door was not disturbed. So I'm just saying, they didn't go to where my name was. They went where I usually hang out. And so that to me indicates that something untoward may have been going on.
Wow.
Wow. You know, I was listening to him say that earlier this weekend, and I didn't understand what he was saying. Now I do. Wow.
Mm-hmm.
That's interesting.
Yep.
Yeah. How did they know
I
where
think
to
they're going to
go?
launch. Yeah. I really do think that this, because you have a new administration, an all-out launch of what's behind this is going to be underway. And I think they're going to really uncover some stuff. Had Trump won again, he wouldn't be ordering the Department of Justice to do nothing.
No,
but there's
he's
a
always
new
at
Department
odds
of
with
Justice.
Yeah.
Huh?
He's always at odds with them. Trump is.
Who?
He's always at odds with the DOJ.
No, Shirley. He's had his boy Barr in there the entire time.
Well,
who
yeah.
has been using as his personal attorney. But now Barr is gone, and that's why I think they'll be able to get something done now.
No, we're in agreement.
Yeah, okay. Because if Trump was still in office, Trump would pardon all these people, man.
Oh, yeah.
Every last
yeah.
hope.
Yeah.
And
hold no one accountable for the deaths and the tragedy. None of that. None of that. The FBI also believes that there are people who work in the Capitol who may have assisted domestic attackers in navigating through the building. So the FBI is on it as well.
I just hope Brother Clyburn had cleaned his computer, because Lord knows they couldn't come in here and
It's something on it. It's something on it.
It would be over with.
Your computer, if someone broke in your office?
Oh my God. Oh,
they got your computer.
He probably has two, one for work and one for personal business.
I'm just praying.
We hope.
He's smart like that. Remember, if it wasn't for him, Joe Biden wouldn't be president right now.
Yeah, absolutely.
All facts. All facts. All facts. But you know, we saw those police officers letting moving the gates, letting them in.
They were going in there to kill people and take hostages.
Yeah, that's what the zip ties.
They had twist ties.
Yeah, twist ties.
Yes.
Yeah.
They had everything, man.
Zip ties.
Yeah. Yeah, but they arrested that guy. They found him. They found the guy with the that was jumping over the banister with those zip ties or twist ties, whatever they're called. Yeah, they got him. They got him over the weekend.
In light of all of that, what the intentions were, they didn't get a chance to pull it off. You would think that the Republicans would come to their senses. You know, still a lot of them haven't. Still, you know, especially Ted Cruz and John Howley.
No. Cruz is trying to jump off the bandwagon.
Oh,
Did you see this speech this idiot made? I mean, everybody knows I've been at odds with the president since he got elected.
Oh, you better not
see
try
that.
Wow.
Steve.
Oh, no. Please pull up Cruz's speech after and look at what he's saying. Everyone knows I've been against and opposed to the president since he got elected. I was looking at him going, man,
his mouth. Right,
Cruz is the biggest coward of any politician I've ever seen.
Yes.
He has no spine. None.
Not at all.
Anybody that let him talk about his wife,
ship.
man. You let somebody talk about your wife? Come on.
Man, come on, man.
Yeah.
Publicly like that, humiliated your wife, talk about your father like that, and you still loyal to him?
All right, switching gears. We're coming back with the nephew and the prank phone call right after this.
Dun, dun, dun.
You're listening to the Steve Harvey Morning Show.
Coming up at the top of the hour, right about 4 minutes after, it's my strawberry letter for today. The subject, he stinks, and I'm shame. We'll get into that a little later, but right now the nephew is here with today's prank phone call. What you got for us, Neff?
All right, we finna get a little tense now.
Uh-oh, what is it? What is it?
About to get real tense up in here, okay? The title of this one is I Ain't Going Back. I Ain't Going Back. 2021, brand new. It's tense, y'all. It's
really?
Hold your chest now. Let's go, Kevin.
I'm going to be nervous.
No, it's going to be.
Hello?
Good morning. Who am I speaking with, please?
Who is calling?
I'm sorry, who am I speaking with?
Glenn. Who's this?
Okay. Are you familiar with our office, Mr. Glenn? Mr. Glenn Lee Earl, am I correct?
Who is this?
Listen, we are the reason that you were released after 23 years of your sentence. So we gave you clemency through ex-President Obama. Do I have your undivided attention now?
Yeah. What is this about?
Well, first, let me do this. Let me verify your original crime and release date. Okay?
Yes.
Okay. Who authorized your release on clemency? Ex-President, Mr. Barack Obama?
Well, where are you calling me from? What's going on?
First of all, let me say you've been identified by the power invested in me, official duty as the Secretary of the Deputy of Pardons Attorney for the United States of America, and by direct order of our President, Patriot, and Leader, Mr. Donald F. Trump. The reason why I'm giving you a call today, sir, is that we regret to inform you that your original sentence for 40 years has been reimposed, and you must surrender yourself to the nearest United States Marshal Service no later than the close of business day today.
So who the hell is this?
You are Mr. Glenn Lee Earl, inmate number 1. Are you there?
Who is this? Yeah, this is me. What are you saying?
Let me explain this to you. Ex-President Barack Obama had no authority to let you guys go, and President Trump has proven it and won the appeal. You guys are being returned.
Trump? Trump can't do shit. I've been out here for 3 years now. I'm doing
listen to me.
I'm at work right now. How the hell are you going to call me and tell me some shit about President Trump?
You guys are being returned to serve out your entire sentence. Every last one of you.
I'm not going no where you go. All this y'all do, you go. Y'all need to go take Trump with you.
Sir, I'm trying to just deliver the news. This has hit my desk, and this is something.
Lock y'all. All this I made a bad decision when I was 21 years old, and I did 23 years, and I've been out for 3 years. You can't come and tell me no like this President Trump and whatever him and Barack Obama got going on. Y'all need to be, that's where y'all need to be. And I'm sure you did something that you didn't get caught for. You turn yourself in for me. I'm not going no damn prison no more.
Sir, okay. Mr. Glenn, let me explain something. I'm the person that's bringing you the information and letting you know what's going on.
No, you don't have to explain nothing.
You serve time.
I'm not going back in there.
Sir, if you're not in by the close of business day today, then you actually serve now or a fugitive, and you have to turn yourself in.
I'm not. For what? I didn't do anything. I've been out. Obama let me out. I was a crack cocaine. My sentence only was supposed to carry 5 years.
Okay. What was your exact? What was your sentence, sir? What was your sentence?
It was 40 years.
Okay, 40 years, and you served how much?
I don't even want to talk about this. You go turn yourself in. I'm not.
How many years did you serve out of the 40, sir?
23.
Okay. All right. So you do agree that there's 17 more years left?
I don't agree to a damn thing. Trump don't have no authority to come and change nothing that the president did. I don't know what the hell y'all got going on, but y'all can't do that. I'm not going back in there.
Okay, Mr. Gooding, you sound angry. You sound angry, and I'm not trying to be angry with you. You sound angry.
I'm not angry at all. I teach classes on anger. I'm not angry at all. But you guys do whatever the hell you want to do, and we make a decision when we're so damn young, and y'all hold that decision over our head for 30 and 40 and 50 years. I made a choice to sell drugs at age 21. Okay? I'm sure you did some that you could think of right now that you need to go take my spot. You and Trump.
You do agree that you owe...
I got a family that love me out here just like you got a family that love you. Y'all not above the law.
Okay, but and neither are you, Mr. Glenn. So you do realize that you owe society 17 years that you need to pay.
I paid society. I did 23 years for a 5-year sentence. And I've been out. I do community programs. I do stuff for the youth and everything. And I have not been in any trouble.
Okay, Mr. Glenn, where can we come and pick you up at, sir?
You can't come and you pick your damn self up. You ain't trying. You pick your damn self up.
Mr. Glenn, if we do not have you by the end of business today, we will be picking you up on site. You do understand that?
You ain't picking you pick your mother self up.
You not coming to get me and take me no where. Obama, a black president, let me out. He let all of us out. I was treated wrong, and he let me the out. You come here, and you will be taking me the back. I'm gonna beat y'all ass. I'm not going back to prison. I ain't do a damn thing to go back. You mad because a black president let me out, a racist congressional law, and I didn't do to go back. Whatever you and Trump got going on, I don't give a Y'all not coming to get me. Y'all not going to touch me. I'm not going to back. A black president let me out, and y'all need to cut that racist bullshit out. I'm not going no where. Y'all got 800 and 900 people climbing up in the Capitol. Y'all need to focus on that. You got time and energy. Go lock them motherfuckers up that are climbing in your window right now at the Capitol. You ain't do a damn thing about it. I'm not trying to hear that.
Sir, we already have someone that has told us where you are.
I don't give a damn. I'll tell you where I am. You're not coming to get me. I got too much positive going on. I've been out here, ain't been in no trouble.
That's understood, but we do have intel that has told us exactly where you are and your location.
Where am I?
I know exactly where you are, sir.
Where am I?
Does the name India bring anything to your attention?
What about India?
That's your daughter, right?
Yes.
That's your daughter, and I'm nephew Tommy. Your daughter India got me to prank phone call you, Mr. Glenn Lee, Earl Williams. You been pranked, baby.
I'm gonna kick her ass. Who the I don't believe no like that. I'm gonna kick her ass. Man, y'all got me. Y'all got me, because I wasn't going back to no jail, man.
Hey, Glenn, I'm nephew Tommy, man, from the Steve Harvey Morning Show. Ain't nobody looking for you. You ain't going back, but we got you.
Man, I'm going to kick India's ass.
All right, Glenn, I want to say Happy New Year to you, man, but I also want you to do this for me. Tell me what is the baddest, and I mean the baddest radio show in the land.
Oh, man, Steve Harvey Morning Show, man, with nephew Tommy, man. Y'all got me good, man.
Woo!
Hey,
Tommy.
Dog.
Hey, Tommy.
I have no words.
Hey, Tommy, that was a hateful ass prank, man.
Yes, it was.
I really think he needs to get your ass whooped for that one.
You need to do it, Steve.
Man,
show.
I really don't. And Jay, you shut your stupid behind up. You know, he always thinks Tommy funny.
Because you been locked up? You been locked up that long, now you done lost your sense of humor?
Hey, 23 years, you damn right he done lost his sense of humor. Ain't none of this funny to homeboy. Dog, I was mad at the whole damn prank.
Tommy, you went there.
Oh, man.
And I'm mad at his daughter for pranking her dad like that.
That
ain't cool.
By the end of the day, dog, that brother was sitting up here going.
We know.
Dog, for selling crack, he got 40 years for selling some crack. Are you crazy, man?
Yeah.
Man.
Mr.
I like
Glenn
what
Lee,
he said.
Earl Williams.
Concentrate on the people climbing.
Hey, climbing in them windows and everything.
Need to go arrest
That's a
them.
damn thing to do. Stealing podiums and stuff.
Tommy, Tommy.
Much love to Mr. Glenn Lee, Earl Williams, y'all. Big ups to him. Mr. Obama let him out, but
Congrats, man.
his daughter got me to prank him. I had to do it. I did. So,
No, you
love
didn't.
you, Mr. Glenn. Love you, Mr. Glenn.
Terrible.
That's awful. This is awful.
Mr. Green, laugh it up. Life's a joke. Laugh it up. Come on now. Laugh it up.
All right, listen. Thanks, nephew. Not really. Coming up, he stinks and I'm ashamed. Strawberry Letter up next.
You're listening to the Steve Harvey Morning Show.
All right, guys, time now for today's Strawberry Letter. And listen, if you need advice on sex, on dating, on parenting, on work, and more, please submit your Strawberry Letter to Steve Harvey FM and click Submit Strawberry Letter. We could be reading your letter live on the air, just like we're going to read this one right here.
Pop it, Shirley.
Right now. Pop, pop. There you go, Jay.
Buckle up. Hold on tight. We got it for you. Here it is, the Strawberry Letter.
All right, I'm going to tell you just off the top, Tommy, you're not going to like this letter, okay? Subject, he stinks, and I'm shamed. Dear Stephen Shirley, I'm a middle-aged woman, and I've been married for over a decade. I work 2 full-time jobs averaging 16 to 18 hours a day, usually 6 days a week. My husband has his own business and rarely works a 10-hour day and has consistent days and weeks off. During his downtime, he finds the time and energy to help friends outside of our home, but can't seem to find the time to help clean our bathroom or wash his clothes. I'm at the point where I wash my own clothes and I let his pile up. Instead of washing his clothes, he goes out and buys new clothes if and when he runs out of underwear or he needs a clean shirt for a meeting. I'm ashamed to say my husband smells bad. He takes the clothes he's worked in all day and will lay them over the chair in our bedroom or stack them in the closet, and he goes to one of the piles daily to smell the shirts or pants to see if he can wear it one more time. If a shirt is stained, he will get a wet washcloth and spot clean it so he can wear it. He smells like old cologne over dirty jeans most of the time. I have told him continuously that I am not his maid and I have no energy to do his laundry and mine. He is a representative of me when he walks out of our home, and when people see him in dirty clothes and he's smelling bad, it's a reflection on me. Don't get me wrong, he showers and puts on clean underwear because he buys new underwear instead of washing his. And I've thought about taking everything to the cleaners and then handing him the receipt to pick it all up. But why should I have to do that? What can I do to get him to wash? How can he be comfortable with this? Wow, how can he be comfortable with any of this? This is really nasty. And as a grown man, he's lazy and he knows better. He knows he should be washing his clothes. Even if he doesn't want to be clean for himself, he still has you as his wife, who certainly doesn't want to be smelling him like that. I don't think anyone does. And what about intimacy? You didn't discuss that in the letter, but come on now. How does that work? That right there should be a deal breaker. End of story. None of this makes sense, and I say to you, don't blame yourself. He knows he stinks. He's got to know that. You know it. He's got to know it before you do. But I just think the bigger problem here is your marriage overall. What's going on with that? I mean, you guys seem far apart. I mean, you're working 2 full-time jobs, 6 days a week, 16 to 18 hours a day. When do you have time for yourself or your marriage? When do you even have time to do your own laundry, since you say you do it? I don't know. I think you guys are working too hard. You anyway. He's not working enough, but he is helping other people. The stress of that could be the culprit. I mean, you've got stress because you work too much and you're frustrated with him, and then he's probably frustrated too because he never sees you or whatever. So I suggest cutting back, changing your workload if you can. You guys need to talk and get some counseling or something to find out the real problem in your marriage, because there is a problem here. And in the meantime, most definitely take his stinky clothes to the cleaners. At least you can do that. Steve?
Well, I have some solutions for this woman.
Okay.
How much time do I have? Because I don't want to go too deep.
For this first break.
I got a little bit. So let me just start right here. The subject is he stinks. And I'm ashamed. Mm-hmm. The problem with this letter is, see, you ashamed. See, until he is ashamed, the problem will continue. So with that in mind, I've taken into the account that you work 2 full jobs, 16, 18 hours a day, 6 days a week. Your husband rarely puts in more than 10 hours a day. He's got some weeks off and some weekends because he owns his own business. But here's the beginning of the problem. During his downtime, he finds the time and energy to help friends outside our home, but can't seem to find it to help to clean our bathroom or wash his clothes. Now, right there, that's problem number 1.
Okay.
Because he's out there helping all these people wearing his ass out. No, he might not be putting in 10-hour days and all this here on his job and his business, but he putting in a lot of time with all this helping all these other damn people. And your husband done wore his little tired ass out. Now you at the point where you washing your own clothes and you let his pile up, right? But instead of washing his clothes, he go out and buy new clothes, when and if he run out of underwear or he needs a clean shirt for a meeting. I'm ashamed to say my husband smell bad. But now later on in the letter, you say he does take showers. But that shirt stank, though. Because, see, you ain't say what kind of help he doing. He out there doing yard work. He out there rearranging garages. He out there dropping transmissions and changing oil. You're going to get funky doing all that, cutting grass, all up in Miss Parcells' tree, pruning it for her and all this. Miss Parcell, the lady stay across the street.
Okay.
Uh-huh. And he over there doing all this gardening and work and sandblasting houses and painting for people and taking Miss Crenshaw's garbage out and, all this here, washing out trash cans for people.
He busy. So helpful.
He just a little elf.
He's got a lot of time on his hands.
Just a little Christmas time. So when we come back, I have a solution for you.
All right, we'll have part 2 of Steve's response coming up at 23 minutes after the hour. Subject, he stinks and I'm ashamed. We'll be back right after this.
You're listening to the Steve Harvey Morning Show.
All right, come on, Steve. Let's recap today's Strawberry Letter. The subject is, he stinks and I'm ashamed.
Well, this man right here, she married to, working part-time. He got a business and she working full-time, and he ain't cleaning up at the house. He ain't washing no clothes or nothing. He getting nasty in there. When he run out of clothes, he buying drawers instead of washing them, and he reaching over smelling shirts and he putting her, and she just stank, and she's ashamed. Now she is ashamed. So now we have to deal with this, and so I have a couple of solutions for this woman's problem. See, I know he buying all these things and all this here, but when he puts these shirts on that he's been smelling, he seems to not notice the smell. So I want to offer this solution to you. I think first thing you need to do is get him a COVID test, because it's quite possible that he has lost his smell and taste, and he's just operating in COVID. And y'all need to get out here and get the damn COVID test before this lead to a stronger problem.
Oh, wow.
Because if he done lost his taste of smell and taste, he don't know these shirts is funky. And that leads to a whole nother situation. So that's for starters. We need a COVID test. Now,
check.
Here's the other thing I think you need to start doing. First of all, the letter is, he stinks and I'm ashamed.
Yeah.
That's another part of the problem. See, you ashamed. He's not ashamed. So I have 2 solutions for this. First of all, when them clothes pile up, and he may have COVID and don't know it.
Oh, boy.
My strong suggestion is you start burning the clothes that he laying over the chair. Take them in the bathroom, put them in the bathtub, and set all them clothes on fire.
What? She wanted to take them to the cleaners.
Well, but no, see, I've been homeless before. I had some drawers on one time that I had to burn. I'm speaking from experience now.
Yeah.
When I was
Lord,
homeless,
I didn't think you were going to say that.
I had a pair of drawers on one time, and when I finally got to a gas station and took them off, I left them in there. It's no need of me putting these in the car and rolling these windows up in this heat. Because I got some food in my cooler and I didn't want to spoil the food. I've had to leave some drawers at a gas station. So anybody that has that Sunoco station down in Tennessee, them was my drawers. I apologize. I know somebody's eyelashes and eyebrows fell off when they opened that door and didn't know what it was. I want to apologize.
It's a cold case.
I just, what they do, 7 years of, has passed, and what they call that. Statute of limitation. So I can't get charged. But them was my drawers in that gas station in Tennessee. I apologize, but I just couldn't.
It's so stupid.
So I wanted you to know that, and I, I've never been a fan of white drawers anyway, but them drawers, I just couldn't.
Okay.
I couldn't bring myself to even pick them up by my fingertips. I left them in the floor of that gas station. And, the smell of gas or nothing could get rid of it. So I know how you feel. So I suggest you burn them because I've had to burn some clothes before. Now,
Stupid.
Here's the next thing I think you need to do. He stinks and I'm ashamed. Here's what you have to do. You have to start shaming him.
Oh.
This is what I want you to do. I want you to get a fake account. Instagram, Facebook account. And go on his page and start commenting on how bad he stank.
What?
The
You
wife
blasting like
needs
that?
to get a fake account and go on his Facebook and Instagram and start posting comments like little stuff like this. Like have your cute handle like I got a truth be told or hold you to it, a catchy name like that. At hold you to it or I can't take no more.com or something like that. And just start posting information on that like, woo, the hell, whose shirt was that you had on? And just start putting stuff like that. Because you can't be the only one shamed. And you can do this and you could get several accounts so it'll sound like it's a lot of people complaining. And, make it sound like it's some people that he been helping. Like his name is probably like Harlow. This is probably Harlow that had.
Don't put that on Harlow.
Dear Harlow, I appreciate you helping me with the trash, but you left something with me that felt like you didn't help me with the trash. And then just leave it alone. There's stuff
You're
like
so
that.
stupid.
Dear Harlow, appreciate you climbing up in the tree, but Jesus, when you climb down, just stuff like that. Because you've got to find a way to shame him, and that's the beginning of all your problems. So you say, what can I do to get him to wash? And that's how you do it. You got to have somebody else be in shame other than yourself. Thank you for asking me.
All right, post your comments on today's Strawberry Letter at Steve Harvey FM on Instagram and Facebook. Coming up at 46 minutes after Junior and Sports Talk, right after this. All right, Steve.
You're listening to the Steve Harvey Morning Show.
All right, guys, Junior is here with Sports Talk. What you got for us, Junior?
I got to give it to you, Unc. I got to give it to you, man. They have not been in the playoffs in 18 years. But now, I want to say congratulations to the Cleveland Browns, baby.
Hey, man, thank you. I want to say on behalf of all of us in Cleveland, we want to thank y'all for believing and fighting and hanging on to that win we had yesterday. It looked scary and shaky, but victory is never easy. But once you win, you win. We're going to enjoy this time right now because we're on our way to Kansas City. And I don't know how in the world. All we can do is
congratulations, Steve.
Only thing we got is if Mahomes forgets that the game is on Sunday.
Oh boy. And what are the chances of that?
No. The only way.
I think it's possible, Unc. I think y'all can win. Y'all won one, you can win two.
It's possible, man. It is possible, man.
I mean, they ain't gonna be this
likely,
week.
no. Possible, yes.
I don't think Dave thinks so.
We're not talking to Dave right now. Me and Dave, we got a close relationship except for this week right here. I haven't spoken to Dave this week.
It's just Monday. Dave.
Ain't no sense in starting now.
Me and Dave not speaking this week because I don't want to say nothing to Dave that affects our friendship. Because Dave go to Sand and Soul and hang out. Such a cool ass dude. I'll just leave it at that, man. We in the playoffs, baby.
Yeah, I like the playoffs, man. That's all that count, man.
Still in it.
All that count.
Barely, but we that barely, man. That don't matter. Browns, baby. Let's go.
Where we at, Where Texas at?
Well,
you gotta ask him that.
Well, I shared with y'all
Junior?
before. Tommy has invited the Texans on his next family fishing trip. Because, Tommy always take his family fishing and everything. And he going to... so the Texans can go. But Deshaun Watson say he wasn't getting on the damn boat because he might not be there. So.
Yeah. Oh, man. Give a shout out, man. Shout out to the Saints. They won, man. The Ravens, they beat the Titans.
Who that?
Ravens had a good game, boy.
Yeah, I'm happy for Lamar.
Yeah, Bills over the Colts. You got the Rams over the Seahawks, 30-20. Man, that was a good game too. Then you got the Buccaneers beat the Washington Football Team, 31-23. So it was a good
I wasn't expecting Seattle to lose.
No, I wasn't either, man. That's why I play the games, playoffs. So got a big week coming up. Uncle say you think the Chiefs gonna take Browns out this week? So this y'all last week of celebrating? Is it?
Nah, man. Now we gonna get them some kind of way.
Oh, look at the time. We gotta go. Thank you, Junior.
Tonight, Alabama, baby.
Coming up at the top of the hour, Comedy Roulette right after this.
You're listening to the Steve Harvey Morning Show.
Time now, guys, for Comedy Roulette. Today's category are, listen carefully, things people say to you when you're locked out of your car.
Okay.
You can't
Things
get in?
people, things, right, Junior. Things people tell you that's wrong with your house that you already know.
They know they ain't got a house. Go ahead.
All right, and then excuses that the black terrorists use. The black guy who had the MAGA cap on. Remember seeing him on the news? He had the MAGA cap on inside the Capitol. Things he said to himself when he had to fess up. Excuses, okay? So there you have it. All right, let's spin the wheel.
To himself?
Yeah, to himself. Okay, it stopped on that one. Excuses the black terrorist guy used who had the MAGA cap on inside the Capitol. Things he said to himself when he had to fess up. Excuses. All right, guys.
Here we go. Excuses the black terrorist came up with that was in the Capitol. I'm just in here because I heard that's where you sign up for your stimulus check. That's why I was.
Yeah. The things he said while he was at the Capitol. This ain't a Kanye West concert.
I like it, Junior. I like it.
Things the black terrorist said, what is?
You were right that he said to himself, excuses.
All right, excuses.
Why he was
Listen,
there.
these white folk paid me $5,000 to drive them down here from Kentucky. That's the only reason why I'm here. I ain't got nothing to do with this. Okay, I ain't got nothing to do
You
with
want to
it.
know what time they coming out.
All right, Steve. Excuses the black guy said inside the Capitol why he was there.
Only reason I went down there because I wanted to see white people get arrested.
Work it out. Work it out.
Change the game.
All right, here we go. Things the black terrorist said to himself while he was in there. I'm going to need me some more white friends because I can't keep following them. This is getting my ass in trouble.
Right. Seriously.
Just like that, Jay. This is excuse he said to himself. I knew when I didn't see no other black people, I knew damn well I was in trouble.
Right, Junior.
I knew it.
I came down here to see Abraham Lincoln because I heard we was related. I just wanted to take a picture with the man. That's all I did. I wanted to sit here by the statue. I didn't know they going to do all this, though.
Right. Come on, Steve.
What is it, Shirley?
Excuses the black terrorist guy said inside the Capitol why he was there.
I told you, Rome, this wasn't a damn Black Lives Matter rally.
Yes.
That's a good one right there.
Romy Rome.
Jerome's in the house.
I say Jerome's in the house.
Things the black terrorist said to himself. Damn, the door was open, so I just walked in. That's why I come here.
I like that, Jay.
That's the excuses that the black terrorist said to himself while he was in there. I'm in here to hold purses.
Purses.
purse holder.
Yeah, I'm just in here the whole person.
I'm here the whole person.
Black Terror's excuses. I thought I was at the African American Museum. That's where I thought I was. I didn't wind up in the wrong damn place.
All right. Close it, Steve. Excuses the black terrorist guy said while he was at the Capitol.
I work at a truck stop. My boss made me come.
That's right.
You get your ass down here with us, or you ain't gonna be working here no more.
All right, guys. Thank you. That's Comedy Roulette. Thank you, guys. Nailed it. Coming up, more of today's trending stories on the Steve Harvey Morning Show. We'll be back at 20 minutes after the hour, right after this.
You're listening to the Steve Harvey Morning Show.
Time now for Tell Me Something Good News. Here's some good news. The U.S. Capitol Police have a new acting chief. Congratulations to acting chief of the U.S. Capitol Police Department. It is a woman, ladies and gentlemen. Her name is Yogananda Pittman. She is a graduate of Morgan State University, HBCU Pride. And as we all know, the former Capitol Police Chief Steve Sund resigned last Thursday after the terrorist attack.
Come on, we got a sister running it. Yeah.
Somebody going to jail, right?
Yeah.
Somebody going to jail.
What's going to happen, Jay?
You about to go to jail.
Yeah, you about to go to jail.
You about to go to jail.
Talk back too long now.
Yeah, I think they call her Yogi for short, Yogananda.
That's so nice. A sister, HBCU Pride,
Go ahead,
HBCU grads. Yeah.
Get that place in order.
Yeah, man, it's a lot of representatives.
Yeah.
A lot of representatives for HBCUs is coming through, man, which proves that these colleges have turned out some great people, man.
Absolutely.
Some great people, man.
Yeah.
We got two of them on our show right here.
Yeah. Hey, PBU.
I'm a living example that a white college can't do much for you.
You the living example.
Really?
Shut up, Steve.
I can't believe you went there.
Oh, yeah. Oh, thank you.
All right, more of the Steve Harvey Morning Show and trending news coming up at 33 minutes after the hour, right after this.
You're listening to the Steve Harvey Morning Show.
All right, everybody, we're back. It is now time, regretfully, to an inside look at a very, very demented mind of a person that I'm responsible for putting on this show. All apologies up front. I'm sorry.
You have no idea.
I've made a lot of mistakes in my career. I'm so sick of making mistakes. I'm trying to figure out how old I got to be before I quit making mistakes. Ladies and gentlemen, J. Anthony Brown.
It's just a nice, happy song. Now, but I assure you, come the weekend, I'm going in, okay? This is
but today is Monday.
Be ready for it.
Okay.
Yeah, you're going to lose some friends on the weekend, but right now, this is just happy, okay?
Okay.
Here we go. Hit it. 2021, baby. I love this song. Couldn't get any kids because you got to pay them. Little rascals want money. Sing it, me.
The vaccine's ready, so have no fear.
The vaccine's ready.
Don't be worried about what you hear.
Don't worry about it.
If you want to be here other years, gonna have a good year.
Gonna have a good year.
And I'm so glad 21 is here.
21 is here.
Smoke a blunt and have a
Smoke a blunt.
Hey, Donald Trump, you know the end is
The end is near, Trump. Feeling good, had a rash, it's gone. It'll stay away if I keep putting salve on. Stimulus check, been waiting so long. Need to get here soon so I can keep my lights on. I know my kids didn't jump for joy. I was broke last year, they only got one toy. Man cave used to be my garage, but my mom moved in, I'm smoking in the backyard. Gonna be a good year for me. It ain't gonna be a good one for Trump. He all on the phone breaking rules. Hello? This is illegal calling. Hello? It's me. Something that might get me locked up. Did you hear? He just don't give a damn. You know what? I wouldn't want to leave the White House either if I had a powerful black sister in charge named Letitia James waiting on my ass. like the rifleman used to call people. Come on out, Trump. Come on outside, Trump.
Fire, Jay. That's fire.
Stupid boy.
Yeah, something at the White House.
And you were the little kids.
Ain't gonna be a good year for Trump.
Yeah, well, kids want money. You couldn't. I had to do
I
it
like
myself. And children want money.
Coming up, it's our last break of the day.
It is. Again, I would like to say, in case you haven't heard, somebody needs to tell you, gather around, get ready, because what we're about to have right now is the last. Yes, sir, the last. Oh, my God. No more coming after this. Why? Because this is the last break of the day.
And some closing remarks from the one and only Steve Harvey. Thank you, Jay. At 49 minutes after, right after
I
this.
feel like I'm at Universe Soul Circus, but Jay.
You're listening to the Steve Harvey Morning Show.
All right, guys, here we are. Last break of the day, and it's time for some closing remarks from the one and only, our fearless leader, captain of our ship, Steve Harvey.
You know, with all that's going on this week in, shall we say, call it politics, I've seen some things, man, that I've found really, really believable. And the reason I say it's believable because none of it really shocked me. Because as my father-in-law said, who celebrated yesterday his 86th birthday, I was sitting up there and we were watching CNN together, and they were climbing the walls and breaking in, and they were talking about arresting all these people. And I asked my father-in-law, I said, "Pop, how you feel about all this?" And he just said, "Well, finally, they get to see what we've been knowing all along." And this is an old black man that's been around a long time. And just those really calm words right there kind of pointed out to me of actually exactly how long this has been going on. This isn't my lifetime. This is his lifetime, my father's lifetime. My father today, if he were living, would be 104, 23 years. My father would be 106 years old, I believe is the number, 106 or 104 if he were alive today. And my father used to tell me a lot of things, man, and so I've been around long time. Look, I turned 64, God willing, on the 17th. I've been around a long time, man. I've seen coloreds only, water fountains, coloreds only, bathrooms. I've seen these signs, man. I grew up in Welch, West Virginia. I saw it. And so I'm not really surprised about this. I watched politicians try to change course like they weren't on board with this. I wasn't surprised at that. But the surprise of it all for me was Senator Ted Cruz. He stunned me with his speech that everybody knows he's been against President Trump and his rhetoric and words he said for 4 years. And I'm saying, wait a minute, man, you were just on tape supporting this guy. You were just on tape. My message today is simple. Listen, y'all, this ain't our fight. Stay out of it. The brother that they had down there inside the Capitol building, what he was there for, I'm clueless. This ain't your fight. Don't worry about this. Let this play out. There's going to be something good come out of this. You just got to let it all play. There was something good that came out of the COVID. They were able to sit still and watch Aubrey incident, watch the George Floyd incident, hear about the Breonna Taylor incident. More non-African Americans got involved with what was happening to black people than I've seen in my lifetime. There's going to be some good come out of this too. I want to remind you all that the power that you put at the polls this year is the reason we have a change stirring in this country. Now, they're upset about the change because they want their country back. But remember, Trump's slogan the whole time was "Make America Great Again." What we discovered is what they wanted to do was make America like it used to be, when they were in total and absolute control and they could do what they wanted to do. But it's not going to work out. I'm telling you, man, we are making progress. I know there's people that's going to say, Steve, how can you say that? We are still in bad shape. I didn't say there wasn't things that don't need to be changed. I said we're making progress. The thing that I'm most proud about is African Americans and brown people showed up at the polls and made a difference. We were the difference makers this year. So I'm going to take the good out of this. Let them climb the walls and break the windows and go in the house, and let them see what we've been knowing all along. We are not surprised. And when they keep saying, this is not our America, it is, though. It is. It's just you don't like seeing it. But like my father-in-law said, we've had to see it, whether we wanted to or not. And now everybody gets to see it. Let's continue on the progress that we've made. Let's become a powerful voting bloc. Biden is in because of us. Warnock is in because of us. Ossoff is in because of us. We are 50-50 in the Senate now because we showed up at the polls and made a huge difference. Now, were there a lot of other people that helped in this cause? Absolutely. But trust me when I tell you this, if black people did not get to the polls in the numbers that we went to the polls in, this results could not happen without us. We have made an impact, and we should be proud of what we've done. Now, they want to destroy that, climbing over the walls, busting windows. We want our country back. You're not getting it back. It was never yours to begin with. Let me tell you whose country this really is. This country belongs to the Native Americans. That's whose country it really is. Let me tell you why America has the strength that it has. Because it built an industrial labor force off the backs of slaves. When you can run a company and have no cost in running the company, no wages or nothing, you get to become an empire really quick. That's what slavery did. We built this country, but they mad at us. They mad at us because we want to be treated like everybody else. They mad at us because we want our contribution to matter. But they want us to act like they're doing us a favor. You're not doing us a favor by treating us fairly. It's not a favor. It's a right. And now that you've fought us with Black Lives Matter, now we've proven to you that Black lives do matter and our vote matters. I'm proud of us. Keep going to the polls. We will become a voting bloc in this country, and they're going to have to deal with our issues. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Man, we vote.
For all Steve Harvey contests, no purchase necessary, void where prohibited. Participants must be legal U.S. residents at least 18 years old unless otherwise stated. For complete contest rules, visit SteveHarveyFM.com.
You're listening to the Steve Harvey Morning Show.